The first time I saw her, I thought she worked there. That sounds ridiculous now. But if you'd seen her standing next to Noah, smiling politely and carrying a clipboard, you would have thought the same thing. She looked like part of the event staff. Someone helping organize the fundraiser. Someone who belonged in the background. Not someone who was about to change my life. I remember noticing that she was pretty. Not model pretty. Dangerous pretty. The kind of woman who seemed completely comfortable in her own skin. The kind of confidence that can't be faked. At the time, I barely paid attention. I had bigger problems. Specifically, keeping my husband from discovering my affair. For nearly a year, I'd been involved with a man named Eric, a regional sales director I'd met through work. What started as conference lunches became drinks, then hotel rooms, then an entirely separate relationship. The worst part wasn't the lying. It was how easy it became. Every month I expected to get caught. Every month I didn't. Eventually, I stopped expecting consequences. That's always the dangerous part. When survival starts feeling permanent. The fundraiser happened in early spring, a charity gala hosted by one of Noah's clients. Hundreds of people. Live music, open bar, silent auction. Noah spent most of the evening networking. I spent most of it pretending everything was normal. Then I saw her again. The same woman from earlier. This time she was talking to Noah. They seemed comfortable together. Friendly. I felt something strange. Not jealousy. Not yet. Just curiosity. When Noah noticed me watching, he smiled and waved, then motioned for me to come over. I walked toward them, completely unaware that my life was about to split into two separate parts. Before and after. Claire, Noah said, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Simple sentence, perfectly normal. I smiled politely, held out my hand. The woman smiled too. Then Noah said, this is Emma. Pause. She's my girlfriend. For a second, I genuinely thought I'd misheard him. The room continued moving around us. Music played. People laughed. Glasses clinked. But my brain stopped functioning. Girlfriend. The word didn't make sense. Not because I loved Noah. Not because I was innocent. Because I thought I understood the situation. And suddenly I realized I didn't. I stared at him, waiting for the joke. It never came. Emma extended her hand, still smiling politely. Nice to finally meet you. Finally. That word hit even harder. Finally. Meaning she'd known about me. How much did she know? How long had she known? How long had Noah known? Questions started piling up faster than I could process them. Noah remained completely relaxed. Not angry. Not smug. Not cruel. Just calm. The calmness scared me, because people don't look that calm unless they've already made peace with something. The rest of the evening felt like a dream. Emma wasn't rude, which somehow made everything worse. She was kind, friendly, warm, the kind of person I would have liked under different circumstances. At one point, she even complimented my dress. I nearly laughed. The absurdity was overwhelming. My husband's girlfriend liked my dress. What kind of nightmare was this? Eventually, I managed to pull Noah aside. What is this? His expression didn't change. What do you mean? Your girlfriend. The word felt poisonous. Noah nodded. Emma. Since when? He thought about it. Actually thought about it, like he was trying to calculate the answer. A little over 6 months. 6 months. I almost lost my balance. 6 months, half a year. Half a year of him building a new relationship while I thought I was secretly controlling two. The realization made me sick. Why are you telling me this now? Noah looked surprised. I assumed you knew. I stared at him. What? He shrugged. Claire, everyone knew. The sentence landed like a truck. Everyone. Not Noah, not Emma. Everyone. Friends, family, coworkers, everyone. I felt my face burning. Noah continued gently. You stopped hiding a long time ago. I wanted to argue. Wanted to deny it. Wanted to say he was wrong. But I couldn't. Because deep down, I knew exactly what he meant. The late nights, the excuses, the business trips, the emotional distance. I hadn't been hiding. I'd simply stopped caring whether anyone noticed. And eventually they did. All of them. Except me. I was the last person to realize my own marriage was over. The next few weeks answered questions I never thought to ask. Noah hadn't started dating Emma immediately. For months after learning about the affair, he'd tried to save the marriage. Counseling, conversations, patience. I barely participated. Because I was busy protecting my secret. A secret that apparently wasn't secret anymore. Eventually, he'd stop trying. Not dramatically, not angrily, just quietly. Then one day, he'd met Emma. And unlike me, she'd actually shown up emotionally. The divorce happened later. Civilized, peaceful, almost clinical. No screaming matches, no courtroom drama, no revenge, just paperwork. Eric disappeared almost immediately, which wasn't surprising. Men like Eric love excitement. They don't love consequences. The last time I saw Noah was nearly a year after the divorce. Emma was with him. They looked happy. Not performative happy, not social media happy. Real happy. The kind built from trust. The kind I'd traded away for something temporary. We spoke for a few minutes. Then Emma hugged me goodbye and said something I'll probably remember for the rest of my life. She smiled and said, "You know, he talks about you with a lot more kindness than I probably would." Then she walked away, leaving me standing there alone. And for the first time, I realized the story I'd been telling myself for years wasn't true. I thought I was the woman with two choices: a husband and a lover, a marriage and an escape plan. But while I was busy deciding between two futures, Noah had already accepted the loss, built a new life, and found someone who actually wanted it. By the time my husband introduced me to his new girlfriend, I wasn't losing him. I had already lost him a long time before I noticed he was gone.